One of my favorite quotes is that writing teaches you how to think. I found that writing doesn't only teach you how to think, but it also helps you become aware of what you actually think and what you're feeling, often for the first time. Being aware of what you're thinking and feeling can have a massive impact on the quality of your life. This is what led me to develop a technique I call written reflections to help me with that process. A written reflection is a form of guided self-inquiry that helps us become aware of our thoughts and feelings about a personal topic. They can provide a lot of critical clarity and insight. When I guide people through written reflections, I usually do so in two parts. The first part is a story I share to prime your thinking for a specific journaling prompt. For the second part, I share various tools and strategy to help deepen and organize your thinking about this topic. Hi, I'm Ryder, the creator of the Bullet Journal Method, and today I will be guiding you through the first part of my newest written reflection about self-care. If you find this helpful, I invite you to check out BUJO, our membership site, where you will find the second part of this written reflection. A lot of people have been reaching out asking how they can support me and my work, and becoming a member is a perfect way of doing that. For the cost of just a few cups of coffee a month, you get access to full written reflections, live events with me and my team, and a whole lot more. To get a free month subscription, check out the link below. With that in mind, let's dive in. This written reflection was inspired by my friend Jessica, who asked me a question that I wanted to have an answer to, but didn't at the time. When we take it seriously, taking care of a plant can be a surprisingly emotional experience. When things are going well and the plant is thriving, it can be very rewarding. On the other hand, when the plant withers, it can feel like evidence that our ability to care, to nourish, even to love falls short. And in some ways, that's true, but not like we may think. There is no inherent magic in possessing a green thumb. The well-being of a plant largely depends on three elements: time, attention, and knowledge. What separates a green thumb from a brown thumb is knowing what to pay attention to and when. We often put a lot of time and energy doing what we think is best for our plants. This is natural, noble, and oftentimes the root of our problems. Plants aren't interested in what we think they need. They have very specific needs, and if they are not met, they wither. Fortunately, most houseplants come with care instructions, which spell out their needs: direct sun, shade, water once a week. All we have to do is follow these simple instructions, and chances are the plant will do pretty well. Be it a plant, a pet, a partner, a parent, the trick to effectively caring for any living thing begins with understanding their needs. Unfortunately, most people don't come with care instructions for us to follow. This leads us to care for others the way we think they should be cared for, or the way we wish we were cared for. This in turn often results in our efforts being met with ambivalence, resistance, or even anger and resentment. Though we all share similar needs like love, belonging, and connection, each one of us interprets those concepts very differently. Our needs and the way they can be met are particular to every one of us. This makes it very difficult to know what to do and leads to a lot of heartache and confusion. Now imagine a world where everyone came with instructions that let us know how we can take care of them, especially in a time of need. Do they need space, time, touch, someone to simply be still and listen? Today's written reflection is intended to start creating that world. Chances are that if someone asked you for your instructions, you wouldn't have any to offer. Why would you? And yet we often find ourselves feeling misunderstood or frustrated or disappointed or even resentful of those around us when they're doing things to support us that aren't helpful. The question is, do you even know what they could do to help you? Before we begin to ask others to give us their care instructions, I think it's important that we get clear on our own. So today's question is, what are your care instructions? Again, today's question is, what are your care instructions? For many of us, this may be the first time we ever asked ourselves this question, so just take it slowly and be patient with yourself. Honestly, this is one of those questions that you can answer for the rest of your life, because as you change, as your needs change, so will your answers. For today, we are going to explore the concept of a window of tolerance and how we can use it to help us craft care instructions to cultivate our well-being. Let's begin. I hope you found part 1 of this written reflection helpful. If you liked today's question, please hit the like button and sub to our channel for more. If you want to access part 2 of the reflection, please consider becoming a member of BUJO, our members only site. At the time of this recording, there is a free 30-day trial where you can access more written reflections, live events, live challenges, and much more. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy bullet journaling.